Hello there guys, welcome back to another video. This is the other T-line, the touring T-line that is actually my first T-line. So it's been converted to a full touring setup. So this time around, because I just had a so-called minor operation, so I'm still unable to ride, but I did a little bit update to this bike as compared to the previous video that you saw, that I tried to make it a full titanium bike, which I realized that the handlebar itself isn't, because it's titanium, so it's kind of too stiff. So what I ended up feeling, maybe because I'm unable to find such a high-rise titanium bar for 31.8 diameter for the T-line, so I had to go back to the titanium carbon fiber ones, which is the original Brompton T-line M bar. But do let me know if you guys have any titanium, or know where can I get a titanium mid bar that is around the similar rise of the original Brompton M bar. So cut to the chase, let me run through the whole new setup now. So this is a new Vincita pet carrier basket. As you can see, it's actually quite a lot of storage. So you have one pocket here, 2, 3, 4, and the other side 5. Then 6, and this is a water bottle holder 7. So for pet basket slash basket carrier, it's actually pretty a lot of storage space. Just that the only problem I have with this thing is that it is kind of heavy. But then again, it's meant to carry your pet, so the base has been reinforced with a harder base so that your pet has some sort of footing. Unlike the original Brompton basket, whereby there's no base, so your pet will be uncomfortable so you have to put a cushion, so to speak lah. Okay, then same titanium fork, but this time around I'm back to the stock rims. I've upgraded the bearings for the front wheel, because somehow initially when I had issue with the front bearings, the original bearings, somehow they had this issue whereby because this titanium fork is not perfect, so usually is the carbon fork is like this, so this has a little bit pointing inwards. So the clamping force is actually much harder than the original one. So when I put in my front wheel, I had to pry the fork a little bit, then I can put in the wheel. So which also translate to, when I tighten the front wheel, I can't really tighten it too hard because the fork itself has a clamping thing already. So I just tighten it to sufficient that it doesn't move, and good enough that the bearings doesn't produce some weird sound at certain angle. But ever since I changed out the bearings, the problem is gone. But of course, I still wouldn't tighten the wheel until it's damn tight, that sort of things. And this time now I changed it to a NTN made in Japan bearings. So they're just some generic bearings that are made in Japan. So it feels much better. But of course, it doesn't spin as crazy as those ceramic bearings one, but it's more than enough. Then these grips, this is the new Ergon GT1. This is a small size. Previously, when I had the bigger size ones, the L, somehow it doesn't manage to fit in. But I can't remember if it's due to me having extra mounts here, because currently I'm using the Brompton stock caliper. So stock brake lever, everything is integrated. Your shifters, your bell, everything is mounted to the brake caliper, so you don't require a lot of space. So this time round, this thing can fit in properly, and you get a very, very, very comfortable posture. If I'm not wrong, you get 4 posture. 1, 2, 3, and something else I can't really remember. Then this is stock 4x3, but I did a little bit modification on the sprockets. So instead of 11 to 18, instead 11 13, 15, 18. I changed out 11, 13, 17, 21. And also the chain ring, I changed it out to a 44T. So I don't really go fast, so I would appreciate the what do you call it, the lower gears, so if I need to climb, it's actually much easier. Then this is the Vincita Voyager frame bag, in which I had my Xiaomi pump and tire levers. Then the front is just a number 5 Allen key. I'm still looking for one which can put in here and do not rust. So because I intend to use this bike for pretty much all weather condition. Then next, I have a bottom mount. This is a trigo bottom mount that's actually meant for birdie because T-line stem diameter is a little bit wider. So the one that trigo designed for Brompton wouldn't fit the T-line stem. So this is a water bottle holder with a feed lock system, and this is a universal feed lock holder. You fix it on like that, twist, remove, and once it's on, it's like that. Then this is a generic titanium seat post I got from AliExpress. Next up, this is a SMP saddle. It's pretty comfortable, but I wish I had the, what is it called, TRK SMP model large that I had previously, but due to old age, the whole thing disintegrated. And also, I'm a little bit concerned because as much as I like the SMP saddle, they have this issue whereby their rail kind of rust easily. I'm not sure if it's because I clamp it too hard, it breaks off the coating, then exposes it to rust, or expose it to the weather, then it rusts or something like that. But please, SMP, I'm pretty sure if you come out with a titanium rail model, a lot of people will buy, because I appreciate the comfort that this is an e-SUV saddle, but if you have the TRK in a titanium rail, I'll be the first to buy it. Then this is a generic Isofix rack, titanium ones. It's a little bit heavier, but other than that, I'm just using it for the sake of using it. Then this is a Vincita BDR rack bag. Then at the moment, I do not have use for it, as in I do not really stuff a lot of stuff inside because I haven't actually planned out my tour for 2025 yet. So it's mounted with a click fix system at the rear. I'm not sure if you can see it. This is a click fix system. Then the other holding posture is 1 and 2. Although I'm not too sure if I fill it up, would this thing move too much or not, because I don't think this is more than sufficient to hold it in place. And I'm not too sure if it's how will it last. So wait till I'm not too one more thing is, because if you compare this to the Big Nash, the Big Nash has a benefit of it being lower center of gravity, and everything is holded in place and wouldn't sway like this BDR bag does. But then again, this one is more specific for Bromptons, because if you try to put this in the other kind of like hybrid touring bike, it will stick out so much because your saddle is usually around this height near the rack. So, but one of the perks that this bag provide is, if you intend to go touring with this bag, usually the front touring bags are all like a messenger style bag, and if you use a Big Nash, Big Nash is also, there's no back that you cannot backpack the bag itself, whereas this BDR bag is a backpack, so you can backpack this and messenger this, and you can just fold the bike up and push it wherever you want. So I guess that's one of the perks of this bag itself. Then yep, I guess that's pretty much the update that I have for this bike. So this triangle boomerang bag, I leave the spare tubes and what did I have inside? Let me recall. Oh no, not the spare tubes. I put the spare chain indicator inside. So because this kind of thing, if you want to go touring, right, in case it bobs or break off, it's better to have a thing to replace. If not, you'll get stuck at the highest gear, which is very, very bad. If it's low, it's still okay, but if it's too high, it's not very good. Then, yep. Oh, and this, what's it called, tensioner, because I bought this previously for its lightweight, but then I didn't want to buy another one of the Brompton bunkers original tensioner, so I just used this first. I'm not too sure how long this will last because it's carbon, and yeah, so let's see how it goes first. All right, that's all. Thank you guys.